Hey, I'm Madison, and I chose to do frac sand mining for my research presentation. In just 4 short years, the number of frac sand mines have grown from 10 to about 110 stateswide. This has left Wisconsin towns overwhelmed by sudden decisions and choices that are having to be made. Sand mines produce sand with hard, uniformly rounded grains used for hydraulic fracturing. As the sand is being mined and transferred, there are many negatives to it. Sand mining is getting us oil, although it's destroying our roadways, wrecking our natural landscape, and causing health concerns for the present and also the future. Trucks and trains haul unprocessed sand from quarry sites to processing plants. Wages are paid, taxes are paid, inputs are purchased, and profits are paid. Dump trucks, open-top dump trucks, and granola compartmentalized trucks are being used to transport sand to rail spurs to get cleaned or dried and be loaded onto a barge. If a mine does not have a conveyor on site, the sand will be transported by truck, and that costs large amounts of money. Trucks will haul daily according to the need of them and will also run through all hours. A truck came by every 2 minutes, states Ken Schmidt of the town of Howard. Roads begin to be torn up and wholly with asphalt chunks lingering places. Is this what the mines will leave our roads looking like? Worse than what we started with? The hauling of the trucks in local communities makes the town go from only busy around noon and 5 to busy all the time. Getting somewhere quick is not an option anymore, states Ken Schmidt. You have to make time for extra traffic driving through your town. There will not be just the traffic of the haul trucks, but also the traffic of the employees going to work. Noise pollution will be affected by every stage of frac sand mining, from the overburden removal, which is removed by scrapers and dozers, to excavation, which may cause for trucking process, to a washing and drying plant blasting, which will also cause noise, vibrations from the ground, and extreme dust. Also crushing, where it is loaded onto a conveyor and goes through many different crushes. Processing requires the plant to run for non-stop hours, washing and drying to remove small particles, and to transport and reclamation, which both use front-end loaders to load or move sand and dirt. That is from the Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources. There is noise in each part of the stages. The machinery caused extreme amounts of sound. Sand mines will always have left a mark on our community with the broken roads. People need to realize, yes, they're good for employment, but they are destroyers of our roadways. They say that the traffic, noise, and water impacts, air pollution, and carcinogenic silica sand dust won't be a problem. They say they'll be good neighbors and leave everything better than it was before. The open pit mines will eventually be reclaimed, states Gersmo. Let's fast forward to the mine being completed and the sand's gone. Will it be a large crater on Earth, or will it look like a desert, a flat, vacant land? People will be unable to farm the mine-ravished fields because with the mining yards and the empty rail spurs. Frac sand mining digs into the deep, beautiful rolling hills of our rural community. The picture perfect will be destroyed forever because you are unable to rebuild the creation of the earth. Regardless of their promises to farmers and communities, their horrible record of being good neighbors and repairers of the land after mining shows us why the loss of our sand, landforms, clean water, clean air, and beautiful natural landforms will eventually impoverish the many to benefit the few. That's from Wisconsin Info. People will not want to build businesses in frac sanded areas because people will begin leaving and starting their lives places without frac sand. Businesses and communities will also become unpopulated, so businesses will become non-existent in the area. With sand mines, we will no longer have Wisconsin's beautiful rolling hills or prosperous fields. Imagine listening to sounds of machinery working 24/7 all night long. How could you sleep? Sand mining causes a health issue. Air pollution and water pollution are being affected when sand mining is taking place. The sand is blowing off the machinery and the haul trucks and will always blow from the massive piles that sit in the sand mine waiting to be cleaned or put through a conveyor. As the sand begins to blow, it ends up in the towns surrounding the sand mines into the citizens' lungs. With silica sand in your lungs, you're highly favorable for the incurable disease silicosis. This causes a threat. Conservation voters of Wisconsin state, there are no limits set for how far the sand will travel. With the sand blowing around, will you be able to do outdoor activities? Mine owners state wetting the sand down is the only way to prevent it from getting in our lungs. Beinhout, through our personal experience in our town, the mining company here asked our local fire department to do their wetting because they didn't have the resources to get the sand. Water pollution is also a fear of many mines become more active. Mine sites are the only designed to withstand 10 or 25-year rain event, which means if we get large rain, silt and even gravel will travel into our nearby streams, which will threaten wildlife and aquatic life, not to mention our humans as we fish. This will forever affect the water quality in that area. States Conservation Voters of Wisconsin, the Preferred Sand Mines, a Minnesota-based company in Trumpeter County, where I am, caused a mudslide after a heavy storm, states the Isthmus News. This pollution is happening right here with mines surrounding us. Chemicals are being used with water contamination. There are two important chemicals when mining: polyacrylides, which remove unwanted particles from the sand, and hydrochloric acid, which is highly corrosive. Polyacrylides turn into acrylamide, which is a neurotoxin and carcinogen. The state of California states that products made with acrylamide need to be labeled products that cause cancer. The sand is washed in these chemicals and then put in piles to dry or haul places, or else if we get copious amounts of rain, the sand and the chemicals will then travel into our local water. Frac mining with spill-off is the easy way to get cancer because of the chemicals used. No more houses will be able to be built where there was sand mines because of groundwater pollution, and you won't be able to dig for a well because of that. This becomes inconvenient when people are looking for a place in the country to build, and the land was then ruined by mining. A house that is nearby a facility could potentially sell for less money, states Fana from the Cap Times. Pollution will always exist. Just because a mine is finished does not mean pollution has stopped. Our roadways will become destroyed by trucks hauling exceeding amounts of traffic. Our landscape will become wrecked with our rolling hills demolished, inability to plant fields, and businesses being no longer built. Lastly, health concerns become an issue because air pollution and water pollution are large aspects of the mining. As the sand is being mined and transported, there are many negatives to it. Sand mining continues to get us oil, although it's still destroying our roadways, wrecking our natural landscape, and causing health concerns for now and our future. Will our small towns end up being ghost towns? I have a few works-cited things. I have sand mining splits Wisconsin communities from the Milwaukee Journal. Frac sand mining rush in Wisconsin threatened public health from Lynn Pebbles of the Huffington Post. Frac sanding in Wisconsin from the UW Extension from James M. Robertson. The potential impacts of frac sand transport and mining on tourism and property values in Lake Pepin communities from Christopher Husted. I also have frac sand mining pros and cons. Debate focuses on southeastern Minnesota. Excuse me. From Judy Keene. I have a few more, and they're just articles that I have found on the internet of people stating their views. Thanks.